This is Brian, Atlanta Hot Tub Center, and Tub Talk 101. And today, by popular demand, we're going to continue our path to show you how to maintain different chemical systems under 10 minutes. We do have a how to maintain your Sundance hot tub under 10-minute video. If you have a Sundance hot tub with the At Ease system, I roll over there and check out that video because this video won't help you. But for people who are traditionally using chlorine or bromine, okay, remember in this video we're using chlorine because you don't want to mix chlorine and bromine. But if you are using bromine, you would just replace the bromine with the chlorine, okay? Simply put, all right? This is going to be how to maintain your standard chlorine or bromine system in under 10 minutes. First things first, I think it's important to understand what I have here, okay? This is Spa Shock. This is chlorine granules. This is Bright and Clear, okay? This is pH Increaser, and this is Silk Balance. These two right here are not a have to. These are add-on products, and we're going to talk about exactly what they do. So first things first, guys, let's talk about chemistry. Chlorine is inactive in water. When it comes in contact with bacteria, it invades and destroys it almost instantaneously, and you're left with a waste called chloramines. It's the same for bromine. You'll be left with a waste called bromamines. How do we clean up that waste? Guys, it's the shock oxidizer. So I always suggest adding a tablespoon or two of shock oxidizer after you get out of the hot tub, but no more than 3 tablespoons a week. You don't want to saturate the water with shock oxidizer, okay? Bright and Clear precipitates the TDS in the water, brings it to the surface so it can filter off. So if you are like me and you use your hot tub after you train, go on a long run, or after doing a bunch of yard work and you're kind of nasty getting in your hot tub and you're bringing all that into the hot tub, you'll want to use a product like this because all those skin oils, deodorant, detergent, hair, body makeup, all that stuff, right? That all goes into the water and contributes to TDS, okay? And that's why you have to drain and refill your hot tub 3 times a year. Okay, pH increaser, guys, really, really important to keep your pH in the ideal range in your hot tub, especially for any of this other stuff to be effective. If your pH levels are off, it's going to be really hard to maintain your water and hold any type of chlorine level, and you're really just going to struggle with the chemistry and getting it right. Silk Balance, guys, I love this product. This is just a water conditioner. There's no chemicals in it, but it does have buffers in it to help you maintain alkalinity and pH and so forth. It also conditions the water to be soft, silky smooth, good for your skin, hair, and body, which I absolutely love, guys, right? Because a hot tub is a health and wellness product. Let's make it as healthy as possible. So if you're looking for a water conditioner to not only make it easier for you to maintain the water chemistry, but also a healthier product, you know, a conditioner to condition the water to be a little healthier for you, then I would do this Silk Balance. I have standard test strips in my hand, guys. These are InstaTest 4 test strips. Nothing fancy here, guys. I mean, you can get traditional chlorine test strips just about anywhere. This is what we've been using. We've just been using them forever, and we like them, so we're continuing down that path. Again, InstaTest 4 test strips, okay? So I'm going to test the water, and then I'm going to make some adjustments to the water, and I'm going to talk about what I'm adding and why I'm adding it and that kind of thing, but you kind of already have an overview and an idea. So here we go, guys. How to maintain your traditional or standard chlorine or bromine hot tub in less than 10 minutes. Here we go. So we're going to hit the start here. And the first thing we're going to do, we're not going to rush through this, okay? So we're going to take our time. Just because we're being timed, we're not going to rush it, okay? So we're going to go like this with a test strip. And we're going to measure it up against the back of the bottle, okay? You can tell here my pH is low. The alkalinity is low. The chlorine actually looks pretty good. It's in there 1 to 3 parts per million. It's probably 3 parts here. So chlorine's actually a little bit on the heavier side, so we're not going to do much with that. And the total hardness, a little bit low. You know, guys, if it's a little bit low, I don't worry too much about total hardness. There is hardness increaser. Remember, when doing hardness increaser, I would really want you to watch the video that we have, and I can link it down below, that goes over how to actually do it. But a quick overview: you want to take a bucket like a Home Depot bucket, you want to dip it in the water, and you want to put the increaser in the water and mix it around really, really good. And make sure there's not a chemical reaction with the chemicals in your hot tub. Then dump it into your hot tub. The reason is that calcium increaser can have a pretty nasty chemical reaction with the water. So that's a way to make sure that it's not going to have a chemical reaction. So first things first, guys, we know that the chlorine is good, but I just got done using this hot tub, guys. So I'm gonna add a tablespoon or a small amount of shock oxidizer. Now, I know that this inner cap in here is about 3 tablespoons because I've measured it before. So I'm going to take 1/3 of this cap and fill it up with shock oxidizer since I'm done. Look, that's just a very small amount, but I'm going to clean up the chloramines, right? Immediately, right? That's why we're adding that shock oxidizer, because we want to clean up those chloramines pretty quickly so they don't create problems, you know, scum lines and other issues with the water chemistry. We're not going to add chlorine because, as you saw on the test strip, our chlorine levels are good. So bright and clear. Again, this product, 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce every single week. If you're getting in your hot tub after training or long runs or working out or yard work, or if you're just really nasty, because that's how I am, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to train and get into my hot tub. I don't care what the manufacturer says. I don't care if all the manufacturers say you should rinse off first. I don't care. At the end of the day, guys, that's just what I'm going to do. So with that being said, I always add 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce to this every single week. If you do that and the water continues to be cloudy, you got to precipitate some of that TDS. So add 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce of this. Start adding it every single week, and it'll really help keep that water clean and clear for you, okay? Again, you may need this, you may not. Now, I know that the pH is low in the tub. So rule of thumb, guys, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of pH up when pH levels are low, okay? Then we're gonna wait 30 minutes and we're gonna retest to make sure that's in the ideal range. If it's not, we're gonna repeat the process. Why is pH levels 95% of the time always low and not high? Because chlorine and chemicals and getting in and out of the hot tub draw pH levels down, okay? And that's why you're having to do some adjustments. Now, they do have particular other chemicals that can be used to help you lock pH levels in place. Buffers, such as Silk Balance, like we were talking about. So I know this little cap is about 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna fill it up once, dump it in. I'm gonna fill it up twice, dump it in. I'm gonna wait about 30 minutes. I'm gonna retest. And if I need to add and repeat the process again, I will simply do that. Finally, guys, I'm going to add my Silk Balance. Again, you know, the Bright and Clear, the Silk Balance are not have-to products, but I'll tell you, I do love Bright and Clear, and I do love Silk Balance. I've been using these products with my hot tubs, different hot tubs, for over 20 years, and I just love the products. Silk Balance comes in two forms. It comes in a liquid form and a pod form. You can actually get the liquid that's in a pod form. Either one is really effective. I actually suggest the pods over the liquid. And the reason that I say that is because it's just easier. You don't have to measure. You're not going to have any spillage, that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm going to add this to the water. Now, there's probably a couple of you asking right now a question like, hey, are you going to turn the jets on, right, to help dissolve those granules? And yes, after this video, I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to run the jets for about 2 or 3 minutes, guys. That's more than enough. I would suggest having the cover half open when you do that. It allows the gases and everything from the different chemicals that you've added to escape, so it doesn't damage the underside of your cover or your pillows. You know, if you put chemicals in your hot tub and then you shut the cover, you know, especially with a standard type system like this, because the chlorine levels and bromine levels are traditionally higher, then all those gases get trapped up underneath the cover and they can deteriorate your pillows and the underside of your cover. So good rule of thumb, 2 to 3 minutes after you add it, run your jets. All right, so at this point, I know that I've done what I need to do every week. Every week, same time, I know that I've done what I am supposed to do. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. Okay, and 5 minutes and 43 seconds. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take the other 5 minutes, or 4.5 minutes. Okay, I want you to multiply that times 4. Okay, and I want you to spend that time cleaning your filter once a month. Guys, you got to clean your filter monthly. It's super, super important. If you don't and it gets clogged up, it puts a lot of stress and tension on your heating system and electronics, and it will cause issues and problems. So guys, I just did a video, right, about why you shouldn't own a hot tub. And it talks about if you just don't have time to maintain it, don't own it. And if you don't want to pay somebody to maintain it, don't own it, right? Because at the end of the day, a hot tub is a machine and does require some maintenance. So guys, you may have some questions. Please feel free in the comments below to ask any questions or concerns you may have. Please like and subscribe if you like the video, because that just helps us get the word out and quite frankly help more people with their hot tubs. So this is Brian at Atlanta Hot Tub Center and how to maintain a standard bromine or chlorine system in less than 10 minutes. Thanks.